What's going on, everyone? Sorry, I'm on a different camera and mic today. My phone is dead, so I have to have it on a charger where I can get to it. Give me 1 second. Let me just. Get some properties to pull up here. Okay, cool. Let me get Privy opened up. Let's call some agents. I'm actually going to call a property in Jacksonville that my cousin gave me. Some Jacksonville leads in the mix. Oh yeah, a little hoarder house. A little hoarder house situation. Frankie. Okay. I don't know if it's just me, but when you go and you try to paste something from your computer to your phone now, it asks you every time, do you want to allow this paste? And I'm like, yes. We don't have to ask me every time. Also, if you can't hear the agent talking on this one, let me know in the chat, because like I said, I'm not on my normal mic or the microphone that I use. And so I hope my computer doesn't try to cancel out the other person talking. So if it does, definitely let me know in the chat. And I should be able to switch back over soon, because I have, what's it called? My phone's already at 40%. So.
Hello, this is Frank.
Hey, Frank, this is Jacob. How are you doing this morning?
I'm awesome. How are you?
I'm doing pretty well myself. I was giving you a call about a property I believe you have listed off of Whittington Drive.
Uh-huh.
Is that still available by chance?
It is.
Perfect. So I'm actually looking at this maybe as a potential fix and flip or even a rental. But I did have a couple questions prior to submitting an offer. Did I catch you at a good time?
Yeah, sure. What can I help you with?
Cool. So I can, get a general idea of the condition based on the pictures, and it looks like it's, just outdated with a bunch of stuff in it. But is there anything major that you're aware of with the property?
No. Basically, it's going to be a full flip. The roof is from 2012. The HVAC is from 4 years ago. Everything else needs to be repaired.
Okay, I gotcha. And then nothing structurally, foundationally, no mold, leaks, anything like that you're aware of?
No.
Okay, perfect. And then I do notice that, where was it? One of the windows had a AC unit in there. Does the property have central air, or does that need to be put in?
It has central air.
Okay, it's just one of that back bedroom has the unit.
Mm-hmm.
I gotcha. Okay, cool. And then I'm assuming the property is currently occupied at the moment?
Correct.
Gotcha. And will it be vacant at close?
Yes.
Perfect. And in regards to all of the stuff in there, are they planning on leaving that behind at closing? Are they taking some stuff, leaving some behind, or cleaning it all out? What's kind of their game plan?
It would be empty.
It would be emptied.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, perfect. Um, cool. And are they just looking to downsize, I'm assuming?
No, she's relocating.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Awesome. And then I do notice it's been listed for, a decent amount of time. Have you gotten any solid offers yet on it?
Yes,
Just nothing she's willing to entertain?
exactly.
Okay. So what is her plans, I guess, if someone doesn't come in? Because it looks like it's been about 150 days. Is she just willing to wait it out until someone meets her at her asking price, or?
Yeah, she doesn't have to move, so she's pretty much going to stay if it doesn't sell.
I gotcha. That makes sense. Okay. And then that kind of answers my next question. I was going to see if there was any type of time constraints that she's working within, but doesn't sound like she's, in too big of a rush right now.
No, not at all.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Well, yeah, let me, one more question. What do you think, I know you said she's not willing to budge on her price really. What would you say once it's been fully renovated it would resell at?
Well, in the current market, I'm saying like 400.
400.
Like 387 on the low end, it was like 415 on the high end.
Okay. I'm assuming most of your offers are coming in around like the 200, 250 mark then?
No. A little higher.
A little higher.
A little higher, but just not the number she's looking for.
I gotcha. No, that definitely makes sense. Okay, cool. Let me go ahead and kind of do my due diligence on this, see where I need to be at, and then I will give you a call back later this afternoon with an offer in mind. If it sounds like something the sellers will entertain, we'll go ahead and get it in writing and send a POF over to you.
All right, sounds good. I appreciate it.
No problem, Frank. And do you have maybe any other potential investment properties I could take a look at?
I may have one. It depends on how big of a project you're looking to take on.
Any size project we'll take a look at.
Well, this one in particular is not really a project in a way. It's a nice house. It's pretty much a great livable house.
Okay.
It just has a foundation issue.
Okay.
But the thing about this one is the seller is very flexible on the price. Right now we have it listed at $374. So she's a little flexible on that price or whatever. And then we've already had an estimate done, and the foundation is averaging like at 90. And then also the area where the house is located, it's a great area, so you'll definitely see your money back. It just needs the foundation to be fixed. That's pretty much it.
Okay, perfect. And is that one currently occupied as well?
It is occupied, but it won't be occupied for long. She's actually in the process of moving out next month, I believe.
Okay. And was she moving because of that foundation issue, or is that kind of unrelated?
No, she's just moving because she's ready to move on.
Makes sense. Okay, cool. And you said she's a little bit flexible on price. And then is there any type, like, does she have to close by a certain date? Obviously, we would be looking to close, as soon as possible. But does she have to close by a set date?
Excuse me. No, the sooner the better for that one.
Okay, perfect. Awesome. Well, if you could send me over that, if you could text me over that address, and then I'll do my due diligence on Whittington, and then the one you just mentioned with the foundation issue, and then I'll call you back this afternoon with an offer on both of them and see if we can make something happen.
All right, sounds good.
All right, Frank. I'll talk to you later.
All right, thank you so much.
Bye-bye. Hey, that was a solid first call. I'd say. Good morning. Good morning, Michael. Appreciate you for letting me know you can hear the audio. I was a little bit scared because sometimes when you're on your Mac, just the Mac computer, it will try to cancel out other noises besides you. So that's awesome. Let me go ahead and throw these notes in here. Give me 1 sec. And then obviously if you all want to, throw any questions in the chat, feel free to drop any questions in there. The condition for this one, he said it was mainly just outdated. Outdated, if I can spell right. Outdated. Stuff will be removed from property. Probably needs everything redone on the inside. Occupancy, he said, was owner occupied but vacant at close. Motivation, he said she was trying to move out of state, wants to relocate to another state. Price, firm at asking, has received some offers on it. Thinks the resale, let's just say ARV, is 400K. They're asking 350K. She's willing to stay there if no one meets her offer. And then timeline, no rush. There we go. There we go. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. I'm just going in here, just adding these notes in here. So any questions, drop them in the chat. Any deals, drop them in the chat. I would also encourage everyone, if you have the means to be able to call while I'm calling as well, hit the phones. If anything pops up while you're on the phones and you have a question, bring it to the chat. Let's see what we can do. All right, cool. Book to throw that in the leads pipeline, throw that in underwriting. Okay. And then let's go ahead and add the other address he just sent over as well. Whoops. So he said for that one, the condition, not bad, but has foundation issue that will be costly. Occupancy, vacant at close, currently occupied by owner. Motivation, she's relocating, moving to another property. Price, flexible on their ask, and then timeline, sooner the better. Cool. Leads, underwrite property. Okay, cool. All right, cool. On to the next one. Good morning, Vermont. All right, let's see. Let's see. Let's call this one. Both of these were from my cousin who's just getting started. He's just getting started in the wholesale business and he's sending me some leads. I appreciate it. Hopefully we can close these. I can give my boy some money. All right, let me call these people. All right. Calling John.
Hey, Sean.
Hey, John, this is Jacob. How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing great. What's up, Jacob?
Yeah, I was giving you a call about a listing you have off of Conifer Road.
Yeah, we actually just accepted a contract on that. Have you seen it already?
I haven't. I just came across, my cousin actually lives down there in Jacksonville, and he knows that I'm flipping some property, so he came across that and sent it over to me to look at.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be interesting, possibly back out, but we've had a lot of interest. The biggest thing with that property, it's in a phenomenal neighborhood. It does need to get to the work. And just, it took a little while for people to see kind of really what that looked like. But
For sure.
I mean, it's a street with like $800,000-$900,000 houses. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you said it was already they just went under contract though.
Yeah. They just accepted the contract.
Okay, cool. Yeah, what I'll do is I'll just touch base in like a couple weeks, see if they're going through with it. If not, I'd love to be a backup offer for you. But do you have any other potential like investment properties I could take a look at?
We do typically. I don't really do much off market. I mean, I do bring some things to the market that that need some work. We've got a couple out there. If you want to text me your email address, I can keep you on my radar for stuff coming up.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. So just to kind of give you a little background, I've been flipping properties up here in the DC market for about 4 years now, and about a year or so ago we tapped into Jacksonville, and my cousin who's a construction manager right now wants to get heavily into the flips with me, so we've been kind of targeting that Jacksonville market more heavily than normal. So yeah, anything you come across, man, we have the means to take down anything from slightly outdated all the way to a hoarder house you might see on like TLC or something.
Sure. Yeah. Hey, listen, that sounds good. Yeah. Just and so typically, I've sold about a house a week for 10 years.
Okay.
So kind of looking to expand that a bit, but we've got pretty steady business. People keep talking about things slowing down. We've ramped up a lot. So
that's what I like to hear. I'm kind of in the same process.
Well, we've got. I mean, Jacksonville's just got great demand. I mean, DC is a different dynamic. I mean, bottom line is pretty much everybody moves every 4 years anyway in DC. Yeah. Here it's a different cycle, but we've had a lot of people coming here because they realize that it's a pretty nice place to raise a family.
Yeah, man.
And the rest of the world is.
DC surprisingly taking a big hit right now. It's normally been pretty steady throughout like any other time that I've seen something go, like even in the 2020 when everything was kind of going haywire, we didn't see any sort of dip right there. But then like right now with the interest rates going up, man, I'm seeing houses that would have sold for $1 million go for like 800, 850. And they're still going down. So I think, to your point, I think Jacksonville is a solid market because the people up here are all wanting to move down there still.
Right. Well, I mean, Jacksonville in particular has been undervalued for a long time.
Right.
Folks have, typically overlooked Jacksonville for Orlando, Tampa, or, then going down to Lauderdale.
Yep.
And what we're seeing within Florida, and this is really interesting. I've been doing real estate for 20 years in Jacksonville.
Okay.
And I've never seen people moving from like Naples or Vero Beach or things like that. And that's interesting. That's a different dynamic. And I think people just realize that you can buy 3 houses here in Jax for, one, like in Lauderdale. And honestly, we've got much of the same amenities that that you have in Tampa or in South Florida. So anyway, it's just an interesting dynamic going on right now. So.
It is, and you're not the first person to say that. I've heard a lot of people kind of say that Jacksonville's been the overlooked market, but now everyone's kind of got their eye on it again.
Yeah, I actually got the Business Journal to quote me about a month ago that the budget-minded wealthy across the country have discovered Jacksonville.
That's a good way to put it.
No, I mean, it's really interesting. I mean, I'm actually looking at maybe doing some advertising, the New York Times, because so many of our folks are coming from that tri-state area.
Right.
New York, New Jersey, and eastern Pennsylvania. But literally,
I found a house in Lauderdale that it just got reduced $7.5 million to right now. It's 37.5. All right. And
Damn.
it's almost identical to a house we've got for $7 million in Ponte Vedra. So I mean, hey, which would you rather have? Yeah, I mean, you pay an extra $30 million. You can live in Lauderdale,
right.
But,
if you want to, I'll take that commission.
Well, all right, it's at 3% actually.
There you go.
Yeah, it's a full 3% co-op for that 37.5. It would have been nice back when it was 45 million, but
hey, shit, I'll take the 30 million commission.
You bet. So anyway, well, hey, send me your info
for sure.
See what we can do.
Sounds good, man. Well, you have a wonderful day, and look forward to doing some deals with you this year.
All right, thank you. Appreciate it. All right, bye.
Damn, my guy said, well, I thought he was, I didn't know if I heard that right. He's like, yeah, we just did like a $17 million reduction. I'm like, huh? Now he's talking about $34 million houses. I'm like, yo, I'll get rid of wholesaling like this. If I can go sell some $35 million houses as a real estate agent, I'm not going to lie to you. That's always been a dream of mine too. If I could get into luxury real estate and have my license, like what, 35 million at a 3% commission, you just made $1 million off of one house. If he said 45 million, it's $1.35 million commission. It's pretty crazy. If you made a $1.35 million commission, what would you do with it? Sorry, I'm just sending him my info and putting the details in here. All right. So he's acquisitions. He's a real estate agent. MLS, communication type, my CRM, Jacksonville. He said he had some other stuff, so I'm not going to put him on an automatic follow-up yet. I'm going to put a task in there that says follow up on other deals he mentioned. And then in the description, I'm going to just throw in some notes. Follow up on, he mentioned he has some other deals in the pipeline that he'll email me. So if he doesn't email me those, I'm going to follow up with him tomorrow morning and just say, hey, you got anything? All right, let's go on to the next one. Actually, let me throw this in there. Let me put this as an opportunity, but as pending with another buyer. We'll put leads, pending with another buyer. And then I'm also going to follow up on that house, see if buyer is going to perform on. All right, and we'll go ahead and throw that out for the 24th. We'll touch base on the 24th and just ask him, hey, does it look like the buyer is going to perform on this one? If he says no, awesome. I want to be your backup buyer. Let me make an offer on it. Okay, cool. On to the next one. Damn, son, where'd you find this? Sorry about that. All right, cool. Let's call some peeps. I already called this place? No, there's no way. Because I don't recognize that name. All right, let's see. You already know it, AJ. Let's get some money.
Hello, this is Evelyn Brannick. Please leave a message.
Evelyn, how are you about to let 2 Florida agents answer on the first try? And then the second I call a DC agent, nothing. Not about to disrespect the DMV like this.
Hello, this is Evelyn Brannick. Please leave a message and I'll get back to you.
The disrespect. The disrespect to not answer your phone when you know you got properties to sell. When you know you got properties to sell. All right, throw this in the opportunities or could not reach. And we'll try back tomorrow or later today. All right, on to the next one. Oh, yeah. This is my kind of property. Good morning, Devon. What's going on, Dominic? Let's go ahead and get some deals locked up this morning. Call some agents, call some wholesalers, call some sellers. However you guys get your deals locked up, let's get it. Let's get some deals sold. All right, let me call this person, write her.
Hello?
Hey, Monica.
Yes.
Yeah, this is Jacob. How are you doing this morning?
I'm good.
I was giving you a call about a listing I believe you have off of Riviera Street.
Yes.
Is that still available by chance?
Yes, it is.
Perfect. So I'm actually an investor and was looking at this maybe as a potential fix and flip or even as a potential buy and hold. But I did have a couple questions. Did I catch you at a good time?
This is fine.
Okay, perfect. So I can get a general idea of the condition based on the pictures, but I wanted to see if there was anything major, like foundation issues, structural issues, mold, leaks, anything like that that you're aware of.
No, none of that is, it's an issue.
Okay, perfect. And do you know if the property has central air by chance?
Yes, it does.
Okay, awesome. That's good. And do you know the age of the roof?
The roof was put on, I'm not exactly sure, but approximately 5 to 7 years ago.
Okay. So it probably isn't too bad. Okay, cool. And then it looks like it's currently vacant, correct?
Correct.
Okay, cool. And I do see, it's a probate listing. So it's an estate sale at the moment?
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay. And then I do see it's been listed for, roughly like 2 months. Have you been getting a decent amount of interest on it so far?
Yes, I have.
Any solid offers in hand?
Not at the moment.
Okay. So like no offers at all, or just nothing the sellers are willing to entertain?
No, I've gotten offers. We just haven't accepted anything yet.
Okay, that makes sense.
Mhm.
Okay, cool. And do you think based on the offers you're getting, it's going to go to like a first-time home buyer, or do you think an investor like myself will probably pick this one up?
Probably a first-time home buyer.
Okay. Yeah, I always like to ask. It's sometimes a little bit hard to compete against first-time home buyers, but the one thing is we don't have any contingencies in our offer, so that might,
Right.
be more competitive. But and then in regards to timeline, obviously we're probably looking to close, within like 2 to 4 weeks. But is there any type of time constraints the sellers are working within?
No.
Okay,
No.
perfect. Awesome. Well, let me go ahead and pass this off to underwriting and have them do their due diligence on this, figure out exactly where we need to be at number wise. And then I will give you a call later this afternoon with a number in mind, and hopefully we can make this one work.
Okay.
All right,
No
Monica,
problem.
I will call you later this afternoon.
All right.
Bye-bye. All right. That was kind of I didn't like that one. I didn't like that call. I'm just using my computer right now and my phone and the computer mic because my phone was almost dead, but it's at 80%. So I can actually switch over to my other computer now. But good morning. There we go. Let's switch cameras real quick. And do a little switcheroo. And then there we go. And we are back. Everyone can hear me okay since I switched over to this mic? All right, so she said, where is this property at? It's right here. So she said, thank you. Both of you guys said that at the exact same time, so I appreciate it. Good morning. Question: how do you manage 2 markets? I typically stay in my market. I just know, like, my cousin lives in Jacksonville, and so he built up a lot of buyers. I know a lot of dispo people in Jacksonville and Tampa and stuff like that. So I'm not necessarily actively pursuing other markets per se at the moment, but if any opportunities come my way, I do know dispositions people, so I'll offload them. So yeah, that's pretty much how I go about doing that. But it's really just it's just organization, right? So making sure your CRM is properly organized and making sure wherever you're reaching out to someone, which market they're in. Cause I've had some times where I wasn't organized and I've called someone and I'm asking them about deals. And then they're like, I'm in Jacksonville. And I'm like, oh, I thought we were talking about DC this whole time. So I think the main thing just to manage your markets, if you're in multiple markets, make sure you have a solid organization structure for your CRM to where you can categorize them, accordingly to their market. All right, Riviera, condition, nothing major, occupancy, vacant, motivation, estate sale. No solid offers yet. She's thinking it'll go to a first-time home buyer, and then timeline, no constraints. Appreciate you all. My hair was looking sloppy on the live calls the other day, so I was like, we got to fix this. Now your boy's looking crispy like a Krispy Kreme donut, although Krispy Kreme donuts aren't crispy in any sort of way. So just imagine the Krispy Kreme donut was actually crispy. And that's how I'm feeling. Hell yeah. Congrats on the deal just closed, Renee. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm finding agent outreach can definitely be tough. That's why I prefer the MLS. I just slam the MLS. Unless I'm in like markets like Tampa, if you do agent outreach, you'll have a lot better success. Yeah, every single Astro student says that it's hard in every market. I'm not even exaggerating this. I've heard someone say their market is the hardest market in the US for every single market, basically. I've heard it for Tampa. I've heard it for Jacksonville. I've heard it for Arizona. I've heard it for Cali. I've heard it for DC. I've heard it for literally everyone says their markets are the like, it just is too hard. I mean, yes, like DC is extremely competitive. LA obviously is extremely competitive. There's no kind of way around that because they're lucrative markets, right? But I think it's just a matter of networking and connecting. Florida might be easier to get deals, but I'll give you a perfect example. Like I know someone, I think they closed 10 deals in Florida and they made like 50,000 and I closed 3 for 45,000. So like, yes, it might be easier in other markets, but it's also, it might not be at the same time, right? It might be easier for you to get 3 solid big clip deals versus 10 smaller size deals, right? So I'll just say dial into your market, connect with the ones who are really, really doing deals and just kind of replicate what they're doing because there are people knocking deals down in every single market. We just got to figure out the formula. Yeah, no, I would definitely I love DC because of how competitive it is. I like that challenge. When other people leave, I'm like, yes, that's more deals for me. So I like that competitiveness. Business is a competitive, you're competitive naturally in business, right? So I'm all about collaboration. I'm happy to help everyone, but I also like to compete. So I like that challenge of trying to out negotiate 10 other investors and becoming that winner. All right, we talked to this person. Now we got to go to the next one. Called. Boom. Why did they go up? I don't understand why people are increasing their price. 20,000. Interesting. Jacob, talk about how you deal with agents and homeowners to agree to an assignment clause without having to possibly double close. I just tell them at the end of the day, I have multiple entities. I don't know if I'm taking this down in my holding company. I don't know if I'm taking this down in my business. I don't know if I'm taking this down. I don't know if I'm going to create a new entity like 123 Main Street LLC, right? I don't know if I'm going to bring a partner into this and then assign over, the entity to a new entity where partners in. So I just tell them at the end of the day, I'm not sure what entity I'm taking this down in based on the exit strategy. I'm going to figure that out during my inspection period. And so that's why I need it. If they absolutely refuse to give you the inspection period, Jamil actually threw this out yesterday, and I've never, thought of it this way. So I'm going to start doing this as well. If they tell you no on the inspection period, you go back. That's fine. Cool. No worries. We'll go ahead and get it. As long as you have an inspection, if they say no to the assignment, as long as you have an inspection period, go ahead, get the deal under contract, still market it. If you find someone, all you have to do from that point is go back to the agent and say, hey, we're ready to move forward on this. We're ready to drop EMD and go to closing. I'm actually not taking it down in this entity though. So I need you to make an addendum that makes this assignable over to my next entity, or do a name change into this entity. And then, just go that route. Yeah, I would agree. If you know that market really well, stay in it. Does VA and DC have a form to share exactly what you're making on the wholesaler and the seller needs to sign off on? No, they don't. No, they don't. I mean, they have like the HUD-1 or the Alta statement, but you can do split blind HUDs. So the sellers only see the seller side, the buyer only sees the buyer side. I wonder why this property went up. Like, why did they increase the price? Doesn't make sense to me. Yeah, I just closed one in Sacramento, and they didn't make us sign off on anything saying that at least that not that I'm aware of. I don't think they had us sign anything and the seller sign anything for our assignment fee. I did have to sign something acknowledging they're sending me my assignment fee, but I don't think the sellers had to sign it. But if it no, I don't think I had to sign. I don't think I had to sign anything. I don't recall an AOA form. But the other thing you could do, like if you're making $20,000 and you don't want the seller to know, just tell the buyer to do a name change addendum and then pay you out as a referral fee, a finder's fee, right? Because at the end of the day, who cares? Like if you're gonna have a finder's fee or a referral fee, it's not even, who cares what that seller says? It's not even an assignment fee anymore. It's the buyer paying you out of pocket for finding them a deal. Interesting. You can use your own contract in any state without being represented. If it's listed, the listing agent legally has to use the the state regulated contract though. So even if you're being unrepresented by a buyer's agent, if it's a listed property, legally that agent is not allowed to accept just random offers on random contracts. Because what happens is if that seller ends up suing, the agent has fiduciary duty, and if they didn't follow like if they didn't use their standard contract, there's so much liability that agent has. So yes, if it's off market and you're directly to the seller, you can use any form you want. If it's listed on the property, you have to use the agent's form. Say more name change addendum. What agreement form do I use? Just a JV form. I don't know if I technically get a referral from an unlicensed person. Why can't you? You can't give a referral to a licensed or an unlicensed person, but why couldn't an unlicensed person give you a referral? And if it's in your business, if you're not acting as an agent. Yeah, but it's not, they're not, an agent can't pay someone that's not licensed a referral fee, but why would that matter vice versa? Like if someone just bought a deal that you sent them, why couldn't they pay you? How many calls are you doing on the MLS? Wait, how many calls do you make a day calling MLS deals? I try to do like at least talk to 5 people a day. Yeah, exactly. Referral fees, finder fees. I've had HUD, I've had title label it as a research fee. You can get creative with it. But again, even at the end of the day, even if you're licensed, you could still be acting as your own entity, which would eliminate the license part, because similarly, as when you enter into an agreement, you're the principal.
Good morning, man. Help you?
Hey, Andre?
Yes, who's calling, please?
Yeah, this is Jacob. I was calling about a listing you had off of 24th Ave.
Yes, sir.
Is that still available?
Yes.
Perfect. So I had a couple questions prior to making an offer, and I just wanted to run them by you real quick. Is now a good time for you?
Go ahead. I'm listening.
Okay. So I can get a general idea of the condition of the property based on the pictures, but just wanted to see, is there anything major, like foundation issues, structural issues, mold, leaks, anything like that you're aware of?
So you say you want to put in the offer?
Yeah.
Are you a realtor?
I'm not.
You're not a realtor?
Nope.
Okay. And have you seen the property or booked the showing or anything?
No, I'm not a realtor, so I can't book showings. But I've bought in 50 houses in this area, so I'm extremely familiar with the neighborhood.
Okay. I mean, there's no structural issues or anything like that, but I stress anybody before they put an offer, just come on over and look at the property. We're not looking for any wholesalers or anything. We're looking just for end buyers and people that want to actually go to settle.
For sure, and that's understandable. Like I said, I've closed on over 50 houses in the last 2 years, so I would be making a legitimate offer here. Again, I don't need to go see the property prior to submitting an offer, though. But so nothing to your knowledge of anything major.
Nothing major.
Okay, cool. And then
Property just needs paint.
okay, I gotcha. And does the property have central air?
Yes.
Perfect. And do you happen to know the age of the roof by chance?
The age of the roof?
Yeah.
I think it's less than 10 years old. I got to call the seller again and ask, but I think it's less than 10.
Okay, cool. And then nothing wrong like electrically or with plumbing, anything like that?
No. But can you give me a second, sir? I'm sorry, because I'm kind of doing a final walkthrough for a settlement interview. So.
Oh, damn. Yeah. Do you want me to just call back later?
Yeah. Text me your first, last name, and email address, and then your proposed offer and things like that. And you can kind of like just put it in the format. Are you represented by a realtor?
Nah, I'd be coming into this unrepresented.
Okay. So sounds good. So can you just send me your information, and then I'll get back with you as soon as I leave here. Okay.
Yeah, for sure. I just have a couple more questions, so I'll call you in like an hour or so, just regarding like occupancy and all of that good stuff. So I'll let you get to your showing though, and then we'll touch base later.
Right. Okay, sir.
All right, boss. Have a good one. I hate people like that. Why are you gonna say now's a good time? I start asking questions, and then you sit there and oh man, I'm in the middle of a walkthrough right now. Can't really talk right now. And then just send me your offer, and I'm like still talking to him, and he's just, okay, sir. Didn't listen to a single thing I said. Like those type of people. I'm truly mind blown about how bad agents are at their job. Like it really blows my mind. I mean, in what regards, Renee, like you can structure it however. You can do an assignment fee, you can do a referral fee, you can do a finder's fee, you can do a research fee, you can do a clean out fee. There's like, you just want to talk to title and figure out, what way they want it structured. That dude was terrible at his job. What in the world? Apparently asking if now's a good time doesn't work. Because really, they'll just be like, yep. I have no idea if it's vacant, no idea about the motivation, no idea about offers, no idea about timeline. I'm not making any offer right now. Yeah, no, I'm about to get a license, to be honest. Like it just blows my mind. I literally had someone, I wish I could, oh man, I'm going to have to see if I can go back and find it. So I called this agent. I can't even make this shit up. Like I really can't make this stuff up. Called this agent, was asking about the property, had a good call. One of the calls was actually listed on here. It was on here. And then I followed up with him later that night, and I was like, hey man, here's where my offer needs to be at. And then he was like, oh, we got higher offers. And I was like, do they have, I forget what I said. And he goes, oh, I was like, I'll be unrepresented. And he goes, I really need you to be represented by an agent. I'm not willing to compromise my license working with someone unlicensed. And I was like, how would that compromise your license? I'm like, I've done most of my deals, I go on unrepresented. And his response was, listen, buddy, I don't get paid to have these two conversations with you. So just make your offer. And then he hung up. And I'm like, what in the world is going on, bro? Like these agents literally, and then just similarly, I got the same vibes from this guy. He's pretty much like, I don't want to talk to you. Just send an offer. I don't care about this. Give me 1 sec. I got someone calling me. My fault. I had a buyer call me, so I had to mute my mic. We can't drop all the game. Asked me to call back, so we're gonna call back this dude. All right, cool. Follow up on this property. We're gonna call him at like 12. Cool. On to the next one. What's going on, everyone? What's up? What's up? Hello, Philly. What's up, Carlos? I don't feel like my day is complete unless I talk to at least one asshole. 100%. Awesome. Anyone new that's watching, drop some questions in the chat, whether it's a question about a call I'm making, whether it's a question about my processes, whatever the question may be, drop it in the chat. If you have any deals, make sure you post them in the chat as well. Connect with people. Let people know what market you're in, and let's make this a collaborative space. Okay, throw this on called. Oh yeah, now we're talking. Wait a minute. Okay. Yeah, no, I really am debating on getting my my real estate license. One, Maryland is about to make it to where I don't know if it's going to go through. But Maryland's trying to push a law through that says you have to be a broker to wholesale. It actually says you have to be a broker to sell more than 2 houses a year. So that technically means, let me see. That technically means that you'll have to have your license for 3 years before you can wholesale. But I don't think that will go through. Yeah, I still follow for the most part. Yeah, not just an agent, but an actual broker. And in Maryland, you have to be an agent for 3 years to become a broker. Let me see. So I have my follow-up cadence for deals are pretty similar. So how I do it, first I send it to my VIP buyers, then I text blast it, then I email blast it, then I send it to all of my dispo wholesalers and realtors. Now, keep in mind that my VIP dispo and wholesaler, or my VIP dispo people, are also on my VIP players list. After I send to my dispo arms, I go over to scrub tax records. If I don't get anything, so once I'm done scrubbing tax records, then I just shoot out another email to all the non-responses, basically, and then if nothing, follow up with a reduction. The name of the game is really just, staying on top of it and making sure that you're hitting all ends to try to sell it. I have not heard of Elite 360. A new CRM called Elite 360. What is that? Is it for real estate? All-in-one software. I'm not going to go down this rabbit hole right now, but I appreciate you for showing it to me, and I'm definitely going to look into it because it looks like, Elite 360 is literally, it looks like it's go high level. Elite 360 looks like it's literally just go high level, white labeled. Okay, let me call Hoda real quick.
Hi, I'm currently unavailable to talk.
First 2 agents in Florida answered. It's not looking good for the DMV. Hey, Hoda, this is Jacob. How are you doing?
I'm sorry, who is this?
This is Jacob. I was calling about a listing I believe you have off 2nd Street.
Oh, yes. Good morning, Jacob. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Good, thank you.
Yeah, so is that still available by chance?
Yes, it's available.
Perfect. So I'm actually an investor and was looking at this maybe as a potential flip or a long-term hold, but I did have a couple questions. Did I catch you at a good time?
Yeah, we can talk. Yes, I'm still. You're on my speaker in the car.
Okay, no worries. Don't let me cause you get in an accident. So if you need to jump off, let me know.
No. I know where I'm going. It's a short ride.
Okay, cool. So I was taking a look here at the listing and I don't see any pictures of the inside. Can you just tell me about the interior condition?
It's not that great. That's why there are no pictures. It just was not worth the photos. It's almost like a complete. I don't think you can gut it. It's definitely a teardown.
Oh, it's a teardown?
I think it's a teardown. I mean, you're welcome to go in and check it out, but it needs a lot of work.
Okay, is there anything wrong foundationally or structurally?
You know, I'm not I can't tell. Yeah, I wouldn't be the right person to. I'm not a specialist. So I wouldn't be able to tell you anything.
Okay.
I didn't see anything, but you see signs of like water damage. But the home also smells because they house a lot of animals.
Okay, so
what I've heard from the neighbors.
it's a veterinary clinic right now.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Okay. And I'm assuming that besides the animals living in there, it's vacant.
Yeah, it's vacant. It's vacant.
Okay,
So
cool.
I don't know how much do you have access to the MLS, the Century Lock?
I'm not an agent. I'm not an agent, okay. So I don't have access to the Century Lock, but I do have access to the MLS, so I can see the details there, but I wouldn't be able to, go and use the Century code.
Okay, and so it is a bank-owned property.
Oh, okay.
State, so it's not a foreclosure. The bank just wants to get the value out of it. So we've had a lot of lowball offers coming in, and the gentleman who's my boss does not negotiate, so he just says no because he handles all of the Northeast territory.
Okay, gotcha. So it sounds like they're pretty firm at that 550.
Yeah, they want a reasonable offer. They've gotten what he calls Doug's unreasonable. He's like, this is bullshit. Nope, I'm passing. So, yeah.
I gotcha. What are y'all thinking that it will be worth after it's been fully renovated or torn down and rebuilt?
Torn down and rebuilt. If it's torn down and rebuilt, there's definitely a premium for that kind of property in that market. Given the location, I don't know if I'm sure you're aware of the location.
Yeah, I live in Alexandria.
Oh, okay, yeah, because the lot is really beautiful and it rolls downhill. So if you wanted to walk out basement, I mean, it's in the location and it's walking distance to town of Herndon, which is great. It's a huge plus. And yeah, the size of the lot and the dimension of the lot is really it's a premium. So yeah, it would definitely be above the 1,112. At some point, given it once it's in a year, because within a year, I don't expect interest rates to be this high next year.
Right. I sure hope not.
Yeah. No. Everyone's anticipating, rates to be lower next year.
Right.
So we'll see.
Okay, cool. Well, yeah, let me do some due diligence, kind of see if it makes sense to just kind of do a quick or I guess it wouldn't be a quick in and out, but do an in and out type of thing, or if it makes sense to do a tear down. And then I will give you a call later this afternoon with an offer in mind. If it's, close to that 550 or at 550, we'll go ahead and put it in writing. If it's just completely off, we won't even waste your boss's time.
Yeah. I think we just need to see a 5 in the front and some change, so it's fine.
Okay, cool. Okay. And then do you maybe have any other potential like investment properties I could take a look at?
Not ready to come on the market yet because we do have something else coming up in Alexandria.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. So I can't speak on it yet. I haven't gone to see it yet. They've just cleaned it out, and that's a complete teardown. It's not a good job. It's so bad that the appraiser had to do a quick run through.
Okay.
Couldn't go downstairs. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, those are the types of properties we love. We'll do teardowns. Okay. We'll do in and outs if it's possible. But in either case, I'll touch base with you in a couple weeks on that one, and then I'll touch base with you this afternoon on 2nd Street.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
No problem, Hoda. Have a good one.
Yep. Thanks, Jacob. It's Jacob, correct?
Yeah, you got it.
Thanks, Jacob. Bye.
Bye-bye. Cool. I don't know why my mic is blurry. Let me see if I can focus on something other than me trying to come back in the picture. I don't know what's going on. Let's see, it's like, okay, that worked. Okay, you can only double close on REOs. I think so. I really don't deal with a lot of bank-owned properties because of that. So I don't know. You know, I'll still run my numbers and take a look at it, but yeah, I'm not a huge fan of bank-owned properties though. Full gutter tear down, animals living in it. See, might have water damage, occupancy, vacant, motivation, bank owned, price in the 500s, and then timeline. All right, go ahead and throw that in there. Underwrite property. Boom. And we should be good. Let's go to the next one. I wish they just had a giant bank-owned symbol on the listings. Okay. As far as KPIs, do you like to hit at least 5 offers a day? Yes. My days differ because sometimes I'm doing, sometimes I'm pushing deals out. Sometimes I'm, what's it called? Sometimes I'm doing acquisitions. Sometimes I'm hiring. Sometimes I'm listening to my reps calls. So like I try to get at least 5 offers out a day. It does not happen every single time. But if your business isn't like in the midst of growing pains, I would say, you know, there's no reason why you can't hit 5 to 10 every single day. Do you forward an e-card for agents to save in their phone? I show up in their phone, just a thought. Yeah, I used to. I don't anymore. I need to actually go back and do that because I did like that. But right now I just send them my contact information. No, I have a acquisitions rep. He's part-time right now. There's dual agency in the DMV. I don't like to go in with dual agency because a lot of brokers frown upon it. But not only that, I don't know. I feel like with dual agency, I mean, I would just tell them do 1% instead of 4 or 3%. So that way the sellers still get some of the commission shaved off. But I like unrepresented because it makes my offer stronger to the seller. Now, does that mean I'm doing it the correct way? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Who is this? Her name is Jackie. Let's give Jackie a call.
Hello, this is Jackie Obed with Keller Williams Legacy.
Damn. She just texted me. What did she say? She said, dude, if this guy asks me about access again, no. This guy asks me every single day, did you get access to the property? Like, bro, why, if I told you I was going to let you know once I did, that means I'm going to let you know once I did. Doesn't mean follow up with me 3 times a day asking if I have access. I'm currently showing property in a meeting or on the phone. Feel free to send me a text message. Hey, Jackie, my name's Jacob. Is McDonald. Let's see if it's still available. Yeah, no, I personally I would never have a VA calling agents. I might have the wrong mindset on that, but I personally wouldn't, there's too much rapport that needs to be built. You got to ask questions. You got to know. I don't know. I think it would just be hard for a VA to be able to do MLS outreach. But with that being said, I mean, anyone can do it. So as long as you train them right, you can definitely have a VA do it. I would just prefer having an American with commission only to and do that basically. Let's give this person a call. Back on the market. That's what we like. Back on the market, my guy.
Hello.
Hey, Mo.
Yes.
Yeah, this is Jacob. How are you doing this morning?
Good. How you doing?
I am pretty good. I definitely can't complain. I was giving you a call about a listing you have off of Buchanan Road.
Yes.
Yeah, is that still available by chance?
I have one offer in hand.
Perfect. Are you guys reviewing them by a set date or just presenting them as they come?
Presenting as they come.
Okay, cool. So I will try to get you something this afternoon, but I did have a couple questions prior to making an offer. Is now a good time for you?
Yes.
Perfect. So I can get a general idea of the condition based on the pictures. Is there anything major like, foundation issues, structural issues, mold, leaks, anything like that I need to take note of?
No, nothing that I know of. And we had a contract before. They did have a home inspection, but because it was as is, they never provided us a report.
Okay.
And they were going to move forward with it. And the week of settlement, their loan didn't go through.
Damn, that's unfortunate.
Yeah. So nothing I know of anything major. So have you shown it?
No, I'm not an agent. I'm actually an investor.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, cool. So to your knowledge, nothing major?
Yeah.
Sounds good. And it does look like it has central air, correct?
Correct.
Perfect. And do you happen to know the age of the roof?
I believe when the seller bought it 16 years ago, it was a brand new roof.
Okay, so give or take like 15, 20 years?
I would say about 15 or 16 years.
Okay, perfect. Awesome. And it looks like they've moved a lot of their stuff out. Is the property currently occupied still?
No, it's vacant.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, completely out.
Okay, and then I'm assuming they were just kind of relocating?
Yeah.
Okay.
The seller is an elderly lady, so she's moved in with her sister.
Okay, I gotcha. Cool. And then you said you had another offer in hand. I'm assuming based on it not being accepted, it wasn't close to that 385 mark.
No, I just got it last night.
Oh, okay, cool. And then was that from another investor like myself or a first-time home buyer?
You know, it's two persons, so I would think it's a first-time home buyer.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I was just curious because, you know, if it's an investor, sometimes we're most of the time we're able to come above them. But if it's a first-time home buyer, it's a little bit tricky sometimes with price. But in any case, you know, we don't have any contingencies, so there's not going to be a loan contingency or an appraisal contingency. So if we decide to move forward and the sellers accept our offer, you know, there's not going to be any fallouts right before closing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you planning to see the house? Or are you gonna write an offer or what?
Yeah, I'm gonna send you over an offer. I'm super familiar with the area. We actually just took down one in Temple Hills, and then another one that we had went into probate off of what road was that off of? Lansing. And then it went into probate and got pushed out 6 months. So, you know, we're just actively looking for our next project.
Okay.
Yeah. And then in regards
and it'll
to
be a cash offer, and you'll provide proof of funds.
Yep. Yep. It would be all cash and I would be able to send you the POF with it.
Okay. Awesome.
Yep. And then one more question in regards to the seller's timeline. Obviously, we'd probably be looking to close before the end of the month, but is there any type of time constraints that they're working within?
No, because we were going to close on the other deal last weekend. So the sooner the better.
Okay, cool. Sounds good. Well, yeah, let me go ahead and do my due diligence, and then I will call you back this afternoon with a number. If it sounds like something that your sellers will entertain, we'll go ahead and put it in writing and get it over to you with the POF.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you.
All right, Mo. Talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, cool. That was pretty decent. That was pretty decent, but as usual, I feel like I could have done better. I think it would take several months of training for a VA or Asher student making acquisition calls. Scaling this probably the most challenging for talent. Yeah, it definitely is. It definitely is. Right now, it is. I mean, especially on commission only because, you know, not everyone's going to be that motivated to go after, you know, to go after. Yeah. Something that would be interesting to try this changing. Is now a good time to talk? Did I catch you at a bad time? I do that sometimes. It's if you've been on my other calls, it's the Sandler training. But it doesn't change anything, to be honest. When you ask if it's now a bad time or is now a good time, they're still going to say yes or no. So like, in my experience, it doesn't change much, but I do go left in other cases a lot heavier. Do you have your own POF using Flip Fund, EMDs? Here's usually min 5K. Yeah, I do 2,500 to 5K, maybe 10K. Buyers, you're not putting anything less than 10K on a deal for me. If you throw out 5K, I'm literally going to laugh in your face. Never split the difference. Yep, I have it. I was just listening to Chris Voss's interview with Lex Friedman yesterday or this morning. It's a super cool interview. You should definitely watch it. Any VA companies with Americans? Yeah, I think oh man, I think Brent Daniels used one. There's a bunch though. There's a bunch of people who moved from the US that live down in the Philippines or in other countries and they need jobs. And being a full-fledged English speaker, like a native English speaker, they have VA companies that are just Americans in like the other countries. So you still pay them, you'll pay them a little bit more than like the $3 to $4 an hour. Probably it's probably going to be like 5 to 6, but you get, you know, someone who lived in America and speaks the language very clearly as a VA. So they do have them out there. They're just a little bit more costly. But I personally don't know any off the top of my head. Okay, so she said condition, nothing major. Occupancy, vacant. Motivation was supposed to close. Oh, wait. Timeline. Motivation, elderly and moved in with sister. Price has one other offer in hand. Timeline ASAP was supposed to close this week, but buyers financing fell through. So in these situations, like the reason why I approach it the way I did, and I didn't like how I said, I don't like that whole, oh, it's a homeowner, we can't really compete with that. Like, right, I need to cut that shit out. But the reason why I pivoted to saying, I was trying to figure out if it was a home buyer or an investor. The reason being is because if it's another home buyer, that seller does not want to go through, I don't want that seller to go through the same situation, and they don't either. They don't want to come to closing and then have someone cancel for a finance contingency. So if I can let them know, hey, there's no finance or appraisal contingency. If we go past our inspection, we're closing. That seller might be inclined to take my cash offer over another first-time home buyers who has those contingencies because of what happened last time. All right, let's throw this in the opportunities. Leads, underwrite property. Boom. Yeah, no, Chris Voss is super solid. I'm a fan. All right, on to the next one. Why are they increased? This is like the second property that's increased its price. We got to know why. I'm just going to call them and ask them. I'm going to be like, hey, I'm not really interested in your property, but why are you doing price increases? All right. That tells me a lot of wholesalers have probably been reaching out and giving them some ridiculous offers. All right, let's see. Good old Amanda. The Amanda Bynes show. So I'm about to call and be like, yo, I used to love your show when I was a kid on Nickelodeon. She's like, wow, thanks.
Hi, you've reached Amanda at Internal with EXT.
Yeah, so right now I find properties on the MLS. I don't skip trace them. Their numbers are just on the MLS, so I don't have to skip trace anything. Yeah, I'm gonna hire a VA to do that eventually for me, but it doesn't take me, I can find like 45 properties in less than an hour. So I just go through whenever I have some free time, add some properties, and then my rep or I calls them. Like right now, I have 61 properties that need to be called. In the DC, 14 properties that need to be called. In Richmond, I've called 100 properties already. 157 went under contract, 73 sold. So if I had a bigger team, right, 157 that went under contract, more of us would have called them. And I'm just always adding deals. So I think as long as, yeah, I mean, I'm going to hire a VA out soon. So that's how I'm going to streamline it. But I don't think it takes me too much time.
Hi, you've reached Amanda Addington.
Oh, that's why this property's been listed for 148 days, because you don't answer your phone. That's so crazy to me that we've had, like, Florida, they literally answered an out-of-state number right away. And then DC, we've just gotten no answers, and some people who are just assholes. Not everyone that we've talked to, but what the world? Y'all don't want to make money right now? What's going on? I would call pendings. I personally wouldn't call sold. Again, I don't, this is just kind of my thought process on this. I've had it happen way too many times where an agent that I'm sending deals to posts a property and then I can't reach out to them now because they know that I'm a wholesaler and I just sell everything to other buyers. I personally only want agents as my acquisitions people. And then if they come to me as a dispositions agent, then that's fine. But I typically won't go out of my way to add an agent as a dispo person. I'll just call their buyer directly. Now, the caveat to that is, right, like that agent might have multiple other investors. So it's really a balancing act. But yeah, I would definitely call pendings for sure, and just see if the buyer is going to perform or not. Sold, unless you're looking for buyers, I don't know how productive that's going to be. Our boy Jerry.
Jerry Johnson.
Hey, Jerry, this is Jacob. How are you doing this morning?
I'm good, yourself?
I'm pretty good. I was giving you a call about a listing I believe you had off of 8th Street.
Off of 8th Street on 8th.
Yeah, 3216.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, is that still available by chance?
It is.
Perfect. So I'm actually an investor, and I was looking at this maybe as a flip or a development project. But I did have some questions prior to making an offer. Did I catch you at a bad time?
No, you did not.
Okay, cool. So I'm taking a look at the pictures. I only see the exterior condition. Can you just tell me a little bit about the interior condition?
Yeah, the interior is in good shape. There is a property next door where you can take this one up and back. Okay. And the one next door is sold for 1 point. After it was popped up, it sold for $1,375,000.
Okay. And was that recently?
Yeah, that was recently.
Okay, cool. So more or less, this one's probably not just a quick in and out, but more like a,
No, it's
like
not.
you said.
No, definitely not. I mean, to the highest and best use is to pop it up and take it back.
I gotcha. Okay, let me see. I'm just trying to see when that last one next door sold. You're talking about 3212.
Yeah, it's something like that. It's on that same side.
Yeah, I see the blue one.
Blue, gray. It's a couple of them.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's two of them that sold like that.
Okay, yeah, I'm taking a look at it. It looks like
I
that.
know one. It was something like that. That was a couple. I think we were a little over.
Yeah, I'll have to take a look. I'll do some due diligence here in a little bit. I know for condo conversions right now, just with the interest rates and DC permitting, it's been just a nightmare. But obviously, if the numbers make sense, we'll still, entertain it as a condo conversion. Is the property currently occupied?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you said it's a property. I didn't hear the last part.
Is the property currently occupied?
No, it's not.
Okay, cool. So it's vacant. Okay, cool. And then I noticed it's been listed for, let me see here, just a little. Oh, it's only been listed for 4 days. Have you been getting a decent amount of offers on it so far?
I've been getting a lot of interest. A lot of people have descended, but we just been chatter.
I gotcha. Okay. Cool. And then any time constraint that the sellers are working within? Are they pretty flexible in regards to closing?
They want to get rid of it like 2 days ago.
That's what I like to hear, man. Okay, cool. Well, let me run some numbers on my end, kind of see what see what makes sense, whether it makes sense as a regular flip or as a condo conversion, and then I will call you back this afternoon with a number in mind. If it sounds like something the sellers will entertain, we'll go ahead and.
Okay, I got a long list of calls coming in. Thank you so much.
Okay, no worries.
Appreciate you. All right.
I'm starting to hate DC agents. I can't even finish a damn sentence with these people. No, that makes sense. I love probates. I get a lot of probate listings. But I don't know. I don't know if I'm doing something weird on these calls and that's why they're ending up like this. I don't know if I could be saying something different, but yeah, I don't know. That guy did not. I don't understand this. I got to go back and listen to my own calls, figure out how I can improve and get these weird agents to open up. But yeah, I would prefer to have conversations that are longer with agents. Although I don't want like a super, super long conversation, I need to be able to build that rapport. And just like a 2-minute conversation is not, I mean, it is what it is, but it's nothing to be excited about. All good. On to the next one. Been working to fill pipelines as I'm still building agent lists at this point. And yep, I definitely like probate listings. I think it's super solid. Renee, what would you say qualifies an agent to make it on your list? Yeah, my average I would say is around 7 to 10 as well. I think I don't know. That's tricky because I've actually talked to a franchise owner, and they said that they found, to your point, they were like, we found that the 7 to 10 range was solid, and that when they were around that 2 to 5 mark, they weren't building enough rapport to actually like maintain a relationship. And so yeah, I think there's a fine balance. We don't want to just spend. I think a lot of times the calls that can go over 5 minutes, it could just be that, hey, this is just nonsense filler. Let's just get to the point. But I think if it's a really solid call and you're building rapport, I think 10, 15, even 20 minutes, right? Because at the end of the day, as long as they're a good agent and they're bringing us deals, we want that rapport with them. But again, I'm not trying to talk to someone for forever and then nothing happens, right? So this one was called. Ooh. Oh, this is updated. Oh, wait. That might have been updated. That one's updated too, it looks like. Yeah, see, like right now, I probably got to go back and start adding new properties to my list because a lot of them I'm clicking on, I'm just like, eh. All right, let's get this call in. And then what time is it? 11? Yeah, let's get one or two more calls in, and then I gotta get to underwrite some properties. So it depends. It's going to depend on your market. I noticed that in Colorado, a lot of them didn't include the basements in the actual square footage. So that might be a bigger issue in Colorado. In DC, sorry, for anyone who was wondering what I'm answering, they asked, do you ever take into consideration the style of house? For example, I heard investors in Colorado don't like bi-level houses because half the square footage is below grade and the other half is above grade. So like I said, in Colorado, that might be different because they might not be including the full square footage or the total square footage might not include the basement. In my market, anytime they finish a basement, it's included in the total square footage. So people don't care if it's above ground or below ground. As long as the basement can be refinished and add to that total square footage, that's really all that matters that I'm finding. Now, each buyer is going to be different, right? Some buyers might not like that style of house. Some buyers might not want anything underground. But at the end of the day, I would say there's going to be a buyer for everything if the numbers work. So here's Renee's response to what qualifications an agent or what qualifies an agent to make it on her list. She said right now gets fixer listings 4 times per year, and then they clicked, so they built good rapport. She said it's a little loose since she's new in, but moving forward, they get segmented into VIP and B list. So yeah, she's really just, depends on the amount of rapport they're getting, how many off-market deals they're getting, and then from there, she's putting them into a VIP or kind of like sideline list. And I'm assuming per list that they get put on, she follows up with them a certain amount of time, right? Hey, Beverly?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, this is Jacob. How are you doing this morning?
I'm fine. How are you?
I am pretty good. I was giving you a call about a property I believe you had off of 5th Street.
Yes, how can I help you?
Yeah, is that still available?
Yes, it is.
Perfect. So I'm actually looking at this maybe as a potential flip or a development project, and I just had a couple questions prior to making an offer. Is now a bad time for you?
Yes, it is. If you have an offer, please call an agent and please allow them to show it to you. So I don't have any answers for your questions at this time.
Okay, so
Please do your due diligence to another agent.
yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying.
So are you an agent?
No, I'm not. I would be coming into this
Okay.
unrepresented.
Well, you need representation.
Okay, so are you refusing to present my offer?
I already have an offer that's unrepresented, so I cannot do two.
No worries. Are you refusing to submit my offer?
No, what I'm saying is you can submit an offer. Yes, you can.
But you're saying that that you're refusing my offer unless I'm
Sir.
I'm just trying to figure out, because I'll call your broker and I'll tell them you're refusing.
I am the broker. I am the
Cool.
broker.
I'll file a
Please
complaint if we really want to be like this.
Please
Like,
do what you need to do. Have a great day.
all right, have a good one, ma'am. That's why that property's been listed for 200 days. I'm just calling the seller as well, and I'm just going to make the offer with the seller. So we're not about to do this. Yeah, no. Some of these, y'all are lucky I'm on live right now, because I would have just no. I don't, yeah, nah. I don't care about agents like that. I like, yeah, nah. No, it doesn't, but I'm looking on tax records right now, and I'm about to call them literally as we speak. And I'm going to tell them, I tried to submit an offer. Your agent refused to submit my offer. I've tried multiple times. Yeah, no, I'm not even joking. I'm calling the seller right now. And I never do this. Like, that just, some of these agents, like, whatever. Yeah, she doesn't realize I can file an MREC complaint and tell it, like,
Your call has been forwarded.
and let her be stupid enough to send me something in writing too, saying, so you're refusing to submit my offer if I'm unrepresented, correct? No. At the same time, I also need to get my ego out of that shit and just move on. Who cares? She's not worth any of my time. She just said, please don't harass me. What's she talking about? I just said no one's harassing you. I'm just going to call the sellers instead. No worries. This person just blew me. And I said, don't call me or don't talk to me anymore. Oh, you just responded. And then I also said, if you respond to me again, I'm also filing a complaint that you're harassing me. Don't text me. Fuck off of my phone. She literally just responded. All right, now I'm not even playing this game. I'm going to MREC right now. Hold on. And why would I call DCRA? I'm calling G-Car, you stupid. Like, what the f- I literally, like, this is the funniest thing ever. We're on some petty vibes right now. Sorry, guys.
Thank you for calling. Can I help you?
Yeah, hi. I just needed to had a She tried to refer me to DCRA like that was gonna.
So, I mean, we have a process where you can lodge a complaint. You can lodge a complaint also with the real estate commission.
Yeah, I'll take both of them because she's at this point she's just being ridiculous.
Okay, so if you go on a GCAR webpage and go to gcar.com, go to member services, and go down to professional standards, there is a section there where you can file an ethics complaint. There's an email there on the bottom. If you have a question about filing a complaint with us, you can send an email there. I can provide you with the DC Real Estate Commission phone number. Were you ready?
Yeah, what is that?
202
Mm-hmm.
442
Mhm.
4320.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Thank you.
Okay? Good enough. Okay.
Bye. I'm like, look, if you're gonna tell me to call and file a complaint, like I will, but just know I've never done this in my entire life.
The Department of Licensing and Consumer Protection, DLCP, is pleased to serve you. Please stay on the line for a survey at the end of the call. The oldest call in queue has been waiting for 2 minutes. All of our agents are busy. Press 1 to leave a call back.
All right, that took too much time. She just wasted like 7 minutes of my life that I'll never get back. All right, well, and they literally just did an $125,000 price reduction. So this house can't sell for over 150 days. And then it has to have an $125,000 price reduction because the real estate agent doesn't know how to do her job. I'm literally calling the like everyone on the seller's list right now. Like, nope. Now we are about to check the MLS to see if their license there. But I really need to stop this because this is not even worth my time. If you got a lesson from this, don't waste your energy or anything on people like this because it's not worth it. Yeah. Yeah, no, that call just stressed me out. Like some of these agents, like I said, like that one agent who said he doesn't get paid to talk on the phone. I'm just like, dude, you actually do. Oh, no, she's not going to mess up my day. I'm literally, the next call, I'll forget about her. It just cracks me up because literally the house has been listed for 150 days and just had an $125,000 price reduction. And it's like, I wonder why. I don't know if you all remember too, when I was on my last, I don't know if it was the last live or the one before, I had an agent say when I was like, he goes, "Are you an investor or an agent?" And I said, "I'm an investor." He goes, "No worries. I don't discriminate." And I started laughing and I said, "You'd be surprised who does." And he was like, "Are you serious?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, man. Agents out here all day don't take it. They won't entertain investors." She literally just texted me again saying, "Make your complaint as promised." Like, what are you talking about? Is this? She's literally just trying to start something. All right, one more call, and then I got to underwrite these properties. All right. Breathe. Positive energy. It's going to be a great call. Nothing weird is going to happen. Smile and dial. All of you send some positive energy my way. Oh man, this house has been on the market for 4 days with over 3,000 views. So this one's going to be fun. I think this is going to go to I don't know. We'll find out.
Hello?
Hey, Peggy.
Hello?
Yeah, this is Jacob. How are you doing this morning?
Fine, it's Jacob.
Yes, I'm actually calling about a property you have listed off of Green Tree Road.
Yeah.
Is that still available by chance?
Yes, we're taking orders. We're receiving offers at 5 p.m. tomorrow.
Okay, cool. So just going to be reviewing everything by 5 tomorrow?
Yeah.
Perfect. So I'm actually an investor and I was looking at this maybe as a potential fix and flip. But I did just have a couple questions prior to submitting an offer. Did I catch you at a bad time?
I'll do my best. I'm driving. I'm about to meet somebody there. But go ahead.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, if you ever need to kick me off, just let me know.
Excuse me?
I said, if you need to kick me off the phone whenever, just let me know.
The problem I'm having is just on speaker. It's tough to understand you.
Okay. Okay. Well, I just had some questions about the condition, so I can get an idea of the general condition based on the pictures. Is there anything major that you're aware of, like foundation issues, structural issues, mold, leaks, anything like that?
Nothing that I'm aware of that my clients have made me aware of, other than these are the following things they've disclosed. Many of the sashes are broken. The windows are going to all need to be replaced.
Okay.
And the garage door will need to be, doesn't operate well. That's going to need to be replaced. Foundationally and all that other stuff, they know of nothing. What I do know is there's a couple, like there's a leak in one of the bathroom faucets, and there's a GFCI that's not working. A couple things they talked about, but that's all disclosed by them. But the big ones, like I said, are the windows. Roof is 20 years old. What else can I tell you? They did put in kind of new good systems in 2015, like HVAC. They put in a tank with water heater. What else? They actually did a heavy up in 2012. So it's in pretty bad cosmetic shape inside, and everything I've told you that needs to be redone. But other than that, you obviously have to redo the kitchens, bathrooms, blah, blah. But that's everything I know.
Okay, perfect. So it sounds like, for the most part, any repairs would just be cosmetic.
As far as I know, and I've been able to see, I can't, we're taking it 100% as is because we don't know any more than that.
No worries. I definitely understand.
Yeah,
and then
it's a 1937 house, so, but they've been living there and everything's been fine for them.
Okay,
There
cool.
have been, I don't know if there's been water over the years, but you can see, it's hard to tell from this thing, but they have put in 5-inch gutters, and they've taken care of the problems as they come in.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
No, that's always good.
But cosmetically, everything needs to be overhauled, really. Floors are in great shape, that kind of stuff.
Okay, cool. And are they currently living in the property at the moment still?
No, they're in the process of moving. They moved most of their stuff out, but that's where it is. But they were living there until very recently, full time.
Okay, perfect. Awesome. And then I'm assuming they just were relocating then?
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. And I see it's literally hasn't even been listed for a week. Have you been getting a decent amount of offers on it so far?
Offers are due Tuesday. We've got a lot of activity and a lot of registered offers, so things are busy.
Okay, cool. And just kind of to help me figure out where I need to be at, is it looking like it's going to be going to a first-time home buyer, or do you think this one's going to be picked up by?
I have no idea.
No worries. No worries. Sounds like you're getting a mix of all offers.
We've had all different kinds of interest and lots of people about rehabbing. So, and not investment. We've had everybody. So it's impossible to know until we see all the offers.
For sure. No, I definitely understand that. Okay, cool. And then obviously we would be looking to close as soon as possible, but are there any time constraints the sellers are working within?
They said they'll decide when they get offers.
There we go. That's what I like to hear. Awesome. Well, let me go ahead and do my due diligence, and then I will reach out later this afternoon and get you an offer in hand, and then we'll reconnect tomorrow.
They really don't want them for staying until Tuesday. If you want to send it in, fine, but it's likely they're not going to take them till tomorrow. You're welcome to send it today.
Okay, cool. Well, I'll try to do my due diligence, and then I'll either touch base with you tonight or tomorrow, and we'll go from there then.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, Peggy.
Can you send me an email with who you are?
Yep, I'll go ahead and shoot you over my contact info, and then when I shoot you an email later today, you'll have my signature in there as well.
Okay, thank you so much.
No problem, Peggy. Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye-bye. There we go. That was a little bit better. But while I was on that call, I also thought about I could have done a lot of things differently on that poor call. I could have probably just put my ego to the side and been like, hey, do you have an agent I can work with? Do you want to dual represent? Okay, cool. I'll bring my agent in, right? There was no need for me to jump into an ego battle of saying like, oh, you don't want to submit my offer? Like I'll call your broker. Like that doesn't win for anybody. So looking back in hindsight, that could have just burned a bridge for someone who, maybe was just having a bad day, and then they could have brought me some opportunities down the road. But now the chances of that are slim to none. So looking back in hindsight, and just to take it away as a note for anyone who was like watching that, just breathe, always put your ego to the side. Whenever someone's like that, it's never anything personal. and then just try to figure out a solution. Don't be like me in that case where you just throw your, like, you just get defensive, right? Because again, no one won in that situation. Now we're just texting each other like a bunch of kids talking about, oh, I'm going to file a complaint against you. And then she's like, do it. Like, it should, like, what are we gain out of this? Even if I file a complaint, like, what happens, right? So if anything that you can take away from that, put your ego to a side and try to get the deal done. Condition. Hey, Jacob, what markets are you working in? I'm in the DMV area, so DC, Maryland, Virginia, and then really all over besides Baltimore City in that market. Tampa, Jacksonville, St. Pete in Florida, and then also Richmond, Virginia. Excuse me. Okay, cool. On that note, I'm about to jump off and start underwriting these properties so I can get these offers out today. Kind of cool that you all got to experience the good and the bad. And sometimes you see that I also sometimes don't have the greatest calls either, right? This is live, so it's not like I can, just be like, whoops, let's not show that one to the world, right? So like you guys see that this is real stuff. Again, there was a lot better of way to handle that, but sometimes, sometimes we fumble the ball. All I can do is move on, bring better energy to the table, and make sure I don't do that shit going forward. So on that note, I will see you all on the next live call. Thank you for tuning in. If you haven't already, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you on the next one.